What's up, guys? Nethervvoid back with more DungeCraft Season 4 for you, episode 44. And actually, we're still going to be working on that power expansion. I am making, that's interesting. I thought I crafted 3 of those. I did split up my assembly tables. It cost me 5 diamonds because it was getting confused. So I've got just diamond and just a couple of different chipsets here, and mainly pipe wire. And then I've got the different chipsets and gates over here. I probably should... Well, I might even need another one because this thing's still having issues. Let's see if it can finish crafting whatever I wanted to craft. I guess I didn't know that you can craft iron chipsets here, because this might be the new assembly table out of the 2, but I'm pretty sure the other one's the new one. Yeah, there we go. It just didn't know to craft the iron chipset, so this must be the new one. The problem I was having was it was crafting the wrong item. Like if it needed a pipe wire and a chipset or something and it had similar ingredients, it was crafting them out of order, and then it didn't have enough ingredients to craft everything. So having 2 of these tables with, you know, different setups here, if you can see, I've got a lot, basically trying to have stuff that doesn't overlap in these 2 different assembly tables. It kind of works out for auto crafting. So I had to make some more gates because we actually have 9, let's see, iron real quick before I forget. We actually have 9 cells, and I did craft that. Where did it go? What? What are you talking about? This thing does not know what it's crafting. Here, let's just do this. Will that help? There we go. Don't be dumb. I thought you just crafted an iron gate. Shouldn't it be in here? Okay. I saw it crafting one. Oh, well, now it's doing the iron gate. So, we'll just wait. It's okay. We didn't get the diamond gate, did we? We've got plenty of stuff to do to keep us busy, so we don't really have to worry about it's crafting up that gate. It's not going to take very long, first of all. I know you have one of these. Where are these things going? Come on. What's going on here? It's not in there. I mean, I know I don't have these set, but shouldn't they go into the trash? Oh, you know what the problem was? Sometimes they end up in the other assembly. Yeah, see? Here are both my gates and my chipset. Where's the diamond gate? And that's really what I need. Is it in one of these? I don't see how it would be. And if it went into this one, it got deleted. Although I think I have that set to only delete wood. Isn't that how this is set up? Let's check. Oh, we can't check. Huh. That's the only thing I don't like about those advanced wooden pipes, is that you can't check once you set it up unless you want to take it all apart. You can't check what it's set to. So that's not very cool. I was sure oh, it's right there. Duh. Oh my god. Okay. I just couldn't tell the difference. Okay, so we do have all the gates we need. Good. Let's put that and that. Oop, oop, ooh, axe. Let's see, axe. We don't need that stuff now. Okay, so we have all the gates we need. Let's start making this thing. Now, what we're going to need is something I have not used this season, but pretty much I've used every other season, I think. We're going to need to make some frame motors. So those are from Red Power, something, again, I'll be missing. And a lot of people are like, man, I really wish we had frame motors again because they were so unique and so cool. You could do a lot of cool stuff with them, which is totally true. There are not a lot of other blocks in Minecraft that actually move blocks, right? Most things just work static, or they take something inside and change it to something else. But frame motors actually move Minecraft blocks in the world. They're really cool. So we need 18 of these guys. So this is going to take a lot of iron. So let's see, copper. Let's do fine. Oh man, we're going to need diamond draw plate. I do not have one of those yet. So more diamonds. Diamond draw plate. Let's see. You can need a diamond block. Very annoying. I'll show you how to get your diamonds back from this, because you obviously don't want to just lose, you know, you don't want to spend 9 diamonds on this. We're also going to need an iron block. And then we're going to need, oh good, we have a handsaw, but I think we need a diamond handsaw. I'm not positive on that. Okay, so we've got an iron block as well. Now let's look. So the draw plate is a tool that does get used over time. It's not like you need one for each one of these fine copper wires. You only need one draw plate, really. So we need iron panel strip and then diamond panel. We probably are going to need a diamond handsaw, which I thought I had, but I might not have that anymore. So, nope, that's not it. Is it that? I think it is. Yeah, there we go. So we need 4 of those. Let's take that out. I think we can get those bars back, but I'm not positive. Yeah, we're going to need also a diamond handsaw. I can't believe that. Okay, well, let's just make one, I guess. It's really annoying. That's going to take 2 more diamonds. Something I really don't want to use any more of. I don't know why. Everything in their mom everybody needs diamonds. So we really should better need this, or I'm going to be extremely mad. So what do we need? It's like, I have to keep doing this. Diamond panel. Okay, so I think, sorry about that, got interrupted. So we gotta kind of hurry this up because we're already like 7 minutes into it. I've got my 4 panels. I only need 1. So I'm gonna turn the rest of these back into diamonds, which means my net loss is 3 diamonds. So this cost me 3 diamonds, and I think we just do that. There we go, diamond drop plate, sweet. Oh, sweet. Okay, we can get some of our iron back as well. So we've got a diamond draw plate now. Let's put all this junk back into our system here. So like that and that. And now we need tons of copper. We'll figure out how many of those copper spools we need, or whatever, wire spools, in a second here. We need what is it? Frame motor. So alright, so for each frame motor, we need 1 blue electric motor. So we need 9 of those, so 9 of these guys, which means 18 of these copper coils, which means 18 times 4 is, I want to say 72, but let's use the calculator. Ye old calculator, hurry up. 18 times 4, right? 8, yeah, it's 36 times 2, so it's 72. I don't even need to calc it. So 72 plus iron bars, plus 72 iron bars as well. So we need 72 of these. So well, it ate it pretty good, but not too bad. So we need, I think, 8 more. Look at that. What a genius. Yeah, 64 and 8, 72. Okay. So we have those. Drop plate can stay right there. We're probably never going to need that again, but, you know, whatever. Iron, right? 72 of the, well, no, not 72. Let's just pull out 64, and we're also going to need iron bars. Let's pull out another 64. We're going to need 16 of, or we're going to need something like that, and that's fine. Alright, so we got that. What do we need next? Let's make those coils. Might as well, right? We're already here. Alright, put those in there. These go here. We should end up with 18 of these. And look at that. We're badass, aren't we? Okay, so we have some bars left over. I don't really care. Let's just throw them in the trash. Watch, we'll need bars. Let's see what we need next. So we've got our coils. We need iron ingots and some blue alloy ingots. So blue, oh good, we have a lot. And we need iron ingots to make those motors. So this just goes like so, and like this, like that, and then a bunch of these, and bam. There we go. 8. Come on. 9? Oh yeah, wait, we need 18 of these. I totally calculated that wrong. Alright, so let's get some more copper. Let's do the whole thing over again, and I told you we're going to need more bars. Oh my god. Okay, so this is also taking up tons of iron, but I don't think we care about iron consumption anymore, really. We have like 3,000, and we probably don't really care. Alright, so let's do this one more time. So we got 63. There we go. And 8, right? 7, 8. So, wow, that really consumed that diamond plate quite a bit. We also need iron bars again. Let's do a stack, I guess, and then 16. What is it doing? Stop doing that. Alright, we're going to make these again. This is all pretty much the exact same thing we just did. There we go, 18. So, like that, like this, again like that, and 6, 7, 8, 9. Cool, now we have 18. So, now we actually need to make the frame motor. So a bunch of brass ingots, iron, and then more blue alloy. Jeez, brass. We have tons of brass, good. I think we can make these. Man, it'd really be bad if we ran out of these blue alloy ingots right in the middle of this thing, huh? We're going to need more iron. So obviously this is going to take a lot of iron. I think this is our 5th stack so far. These things are pretty expensive, but they're also... Wait a minute. Nope, wrong. There we go. They're also very powerful. It is really neat to be able to move blocks in the world, so it's worth it. You know, it's worth the cost as far as I'm concerned. Let's just put these all back. We don't need them anymore now. So the next thing we're going to need, something that I don't think our system knows, is... Do I even have... Yeah, I do. There we go. We need to teach this thing how to make battery boxes and all that stuff, but I'm going to teach that off camera because I don't really care right now to do that. We're really running out of time. So we need copper. We need iron. Let's just take everything over there that we're going to need. We also need tin. And I'll teach this thing later, and probably by the next time we see this, I'll have all this stuff. So we also need... What's that stuff called? Nickelite. Let's just get a stack. Let's get 2 stacks of that. I think that's all we're going to need. Do we have wood? Yeah, we got wood. That's what she said. Alright, so let's dump all this junk in there. We probably need... I want to say we need 2 bat boxes. Oh, we need blue. Dang it. We need to cook some more of those up. We're going to be running out, so... Yeah, we're like down to a stack. So what do we need? Silver and nickelite. Let's just cook up a bunch of that. Silver, let's cook up 2 stacks. And I think we would need 8 stacks of nickelite. So nickelite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. This kind of stinks that you have to do this by hand. I wonder if there's another key that does this. There probably is, but I'm just too lazy to figure it out right now because I'm on camera and I don't want to screw up. I just want to get this done. Oh, here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and a stack, and then same thing with this guy. Boom. Alright, so now those are cooking up. They should be done by the next time we need them. Okay, so thermopile, let's get, I want to say 2 of them. Let's get 2 of them. Let's get some battery boxes. So we need 8 batteries. This should be enough because I think I'm probably going to use 2 or 1 for each. Wait a minute, I have 3 thermopile. I already had 1. Damn it. Oh well, it is what it is, right? Let's put some more wood in there so we don't, we always have some. Okay, so I'm going to use 1 bat box and thermopile for each 9 of these. So I think we're done with that. We will need some water and lava to set these thermopiles, but we'll do that later. So what we're going to do is we're going to want to take some of these out because we're going to actually move this down 1. So let's do this. Long, arduous process because I have to use sneak. And let's just dig down, and we're going to need a couple more of these, I'm pretty sure. So let's get, I don't know, half as many again as those. Alright. Okay, good. Now we can do this. Uh-oh. That's a problem. We can go up. We don't have to necessarily do this at this level. Yeah, why don't we do that? I'll be right back. I'm going to raise this up a little bit, and so we can just bring all these cells up. It doesn't have to be on the bottom floor like this because there's nothing above it. So I'll be right back when I'm finished with that. Hold on. Okay, we've got about 15 minutes left in this video. I hope we have enough. You can see I've kind of set it up here, and these are the inputs. So what we're going to do is as these deplete, we're going to slide them over, or as they fill up, we're going to slide them off into the output. And where they're going to drain. Once they're drained, they're going to slide back to the input. So what we need to do is pick these up and flip all these other ones. Or actually, we only really need 1. Let's just do all of them. It's just probably easier. Let's see. There we go. So we need to make sure that these are all set up for output. So let's do something like this. There we go. And then we just have to flip them. Once you flip them, they'll stay that way. So you don't have to reconfigure them every time. We just have to make sure this thing's configured to be output. So let's get these all back because we want them on input side. Not that it's going to matter too much because we have a little tester that we're going to be using, right? So let's just do that. All right. Hey, where are the other ones? There we go. Some lag. All right. Well, there's one more. Where are you? Okay. Okay, so now that's all set up. We got that line all configured. Now we're ready to set up the frame motors, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set up one. Actually, let's set up this one down here, and that way I can walk down the line. In fact, let me just pick all of these up. I should have just left them off. So I'm going to set all these up to move. Why am I doing that? Okay, we're going to need the screwdriver. Oh, that looks good. So they can move these cells onto the output, right? So that means, so if you just right click, it's just going to turn the face, but if you shift right click, it actually turns the whole block. So it's actually perfect. I want it to move that direction onto that, I want it to move the cell onto the output. So we need to set all of them up like that. So we can just do it like this. It's fine. Just do them all at the same time. So we only need 9, right? We don't need this one. Well, wait a minute. I only have 7. I made too many. Oh, well, we can use those as an expansion. That's fine. So if my memory serves, okay, cool. It's just 4. Oops. Don't get too excited there, dude. Oh, now we got to turn it. Okay. Oh, it's 1, 2, 3. Interesting. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, these are all set up now. Now I need to set up the thermal piles. I can just hook it up underneath these, right? I can just hook it up right there. The one thing that's cool about Bluetricity is power will transfer through blocks. You don't have to connect them all up to a line. So I can put the bat box right there, which, uh-oh. Damn, I keep having this problem that I got stuff underneath here. Totally forgot about that. We might have to put it over here or something and then just run the line that direction. Let's see what we can do here. First, let's get these set up, get the thermal piles set up, and again, we're having issues with stuff's in the way. Well, I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. Let's just get those thermal piles going so the bat boxes can start filling. Let's do it in this wall. And we still have issues with walls. I don't know. No, there's something there. There's going to be something there as well. Let's just do it outside. Crap. Then we'll have to go back downstairs and get lava and crap. Well, let's check. Right. No, there's going to be something there too. I know it. Well, we've got all our lava junk, right? Yeah, we have this stuff, so we can technically do this outside. Let's just get our bucket and start going to town on this thing. Let's see. Let's do that. And we'll just set it up and start setting these things up. Let's go back into this wall a little bit. Right? It's fine. It's no big deal. And then what we're going to do is I'll set all that stuff up off camera. You've seen me do that like a million times, so I just don't want to waste a lot of camera time setting up something you've seen done like really seriously millions of times. Especially since red power is not really all that new. Let's put the other one right here. Okay, so we're going to do, this is going to be the thermal pile, which means we're going to need probably like this. Let's see, I'm probably going to want to do this. Let's see, I need some blocks. Because that is going to be the lava. So let me put this up here. Let's just do it right there. Put lava here. Then I got to put the thermal pile on there, so we'll do that. There, now it's safe for me. Let's put this guy down. Okay, now we can do the water. So you've seen this like a billion times. Basically, the way the thermal pile works is it cares about changing temperature. So you put the lava on the bottom and all this water, and it starts to build up the Bluetricity, just based off the change in temperature. So I think, oh, you know what? Sometimes it leaks. I've noticed that. It did it to me last time. So let's just pick these up, put them back, and I bet you we're going to find some obsidian down there. I hope we don't, but I'm pretty sure we're going to. Nope. We got lava. Huh. It's really weird. Okay, well, let's do this again, I guess. Nope, wrong one. This. Alright. Alright, so let's do... Yeah, see, we're missing a bucket of water, so it went somewhere. I just don't know where it went. Last time that happened to me, it was in the nether. It actually made obsidian. Okay, that guy's all set up. And remember, they're just going to be charging. We're not really going to, they're not going to stay there. So we're going to put another one here, right? We can't. Let's do it here. Okay, let's see this guy. All right. Oh, man, we just don't have any room anywhere. Nethervoid's complaining again. What's new? You know, we can use that water, can't we? Let's just put it there. Which means we need to do that. No problems. So we need to block this, though, because we got to put the lava in. Which I can't do it from there. I can do it like that. Okay. How am I going to get out of here? Wow, this is getting very convoluted. Alright. Let's put the lava in. Like this. Block it off. Uh-oh, if we do that, that's gonna... Yeah, let's do this. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna need that there. Replace this water. Alright, we're almost there now. Let's see, we need a few more things of water. Cool, we have enough. It's like perfect amount. Alright, so that should get the battery boxes going fairly quickly. It's still going to take a while for those to actually build up, because thermal piles don't generate a lot of electricity. It's just like barely enough, right? So we're going to go replace these to make sure that we have enough water and lava in the future. And we already have 2 set up, so that's perfect. Let's pick them up like so, and then we're just going to place these down. There we go. Cool. So we probably don't need these again. We are good to go. So we've done all that stuff. Okay, so we've got energy building up as we speak. So the next thing we're going to want to do is let's just put blocks down because they're easier to break, right? We need to put the these frame loaders for the return. So we're going to put these on the top. I wanted to have them right next to each other so they could use the same electricity source, but the problem I was having is the power conduits were touching, so the input and output systems were touching, and that didn't really work. It has a hard time figuring out where to go when you do it like that. So let's set this guy up. We want it to go back the other direction. Wait, what? Hey, is this not correct? Okay, there we go. Cool. Alright, so let's see. Is there a way we can do... Ah, there we go. But we don't know if it's the correct direction. It is. Cool. So that means, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a episode to see if I can count. When I stop talking, it's because I'm really concentrating pretty hard, which is kind of sad because I've done this like a million times. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is set up a whole bunch of this cobblestone pipe that I have socked away in the structural pipe that I have just kind of hanging out over here. Let's put this in here. Oh, nope, we don't need that. I thought it was going to open this. Let's put that in here. So we're going to put basically make a feedback system here, but that is going to check to see if the energy cells are full or not. So we got to have structural pipe all here because no items are actually traversing. That's really not what this system does. It doesn't move anything. It just checks stuff and then basically gives off redstone signals if it finds what it's checking for is actually happening. So since we have 7 of these, the way this works is iron gates will use red pipe wire. But in order to use blue, you need gold gates. In order to use yellow and green, or green, doesn't matter, you need diamond gates. So that's why I've made different kinds, and it really took a while to figure out the exact kinds I needed. So I'm going to put these red ones on the outside because these are the cheaper gates. Because these wires can't cross. There's going to be one system for each one of these cells, right? So we're going to set up red here. Well, actually, let's just get the gold ones out and do those. So I might not have made enough of these gold ones. I don't think I did. We might have to make some more. So let's put those away for now and get this pipe wire out. So you'll see what I mean by it doesn't. So like if I put red all the way across here, see how it crosses over? So I don't want that. That's gonna screw up my system, right? Because it's gonna the feed is gonna cross over to the other cell, and then it's gonna move the cell when it's not empty or full. So see the blue, it actually goes on a different corner, does not interfere. So let's put red where all these iron gates are, and then we'll put blue where all the gold gates are. Again, you won't be able to see the blue unless you come over here. Okay, so it looks like we're all set up with that. And we need another pick, don't we? Let's go make another pick real fast, since that's something I can auto-craft. So this is probably going to be kind of a long episode. We're probably going to... Wait a minute, axe, right? Oh, there's no power. Let's just do this. We'll just put one of these down on this guy for a sec. Where do we want this? Where do we want this? I could put it over here. Let's see. I can put it right here. This is not working. I need a pick. Let's go. Well, this is interesting stuff. It always pays to not be prepared. So I can't do that either. Wait, why do we have two there? I know there's one there too. We might have to move this. Okay, so I have a pick over here. Let's just go grab it. Let's grab the super pick. All right, super pick to the rescue here. And I'm already over here, so I'm not going to worry about taking up more camera time now that I have this other pick. I'm just going to kind of do my thing. All right, so that guy goes in there. All right, so let's drop one of these down. It should give us power enough to do what we need to do, which is make another axe, pickaxe here. Craft one, that's fine. Boom, we're done. And then if we need to, we'll just come back here with other, with some other cells and just pop them down. So that's all set up. So let's configure this thing. So what we're going to say is, well, we actually have to put a cell down, I think, to get the power to work. Let's check to make sure that's true before we actually do it. So let's pick this guy up. So let's see if we have the option. Why does it keep dropping that stuff right there? Oh, that's why. Let's see if we have the option to say, yeah, see, we don't have any option because it's not connected to anything. So it doesn't know what all of its options are. So now that it's connected to that cell, we can say, okay, if there is no energy, send off a pipe signal. Now, obviously, this thing is full, so it's not going to send off a pipe signal. But if this thing is receiving a red pipe signal, it's going to give off a redstone signal. And what that's going to do is cause it to pulse this frame motor once and move that cell back into position to start filling up again because it's empty. So obviously we're going to do the same thing on this side except backward. And we will set all those up in a second here. Well, we might as well just do it right now. Let's get all these cells in here. This is not going to be all that easy. I did dig out like half the world when I did this on the test server. Or my test world here. Yeah, because see, there's nowhere to get to it. Let's just do that. We are not going to have enough as well. We're going to have to double up a little bit. Okay, so let's configure... Do we have all of them? Or do we need one more? Because we've already configured the end. So we'll configure these guys too. We're going to say, and this is a little bit different because it's a gold gate, but we're going to say no energy, blue pipe signal, redstone signal. It's pretty simple. It's going to be the same for all of these. No energy, red pipe, and red pipe, redstone signal. This is actually the easier of the two pieces because the other side over there has one additional piece which we're going to use the yellow wire for. So as you can see, obviously when it's off, it can do something as well, but we don't want that. So make sure you configure the bottom first. You don't, well, I guess since the power's not hooked up, it's not going to matter anyway. The frames don't have power. The frame motors don't have power. Okay, so we're almost done here. And then we're going to configure the other side. I'm probably going to be splitting this up into two. In fact, now would be a good time to do that. And that's incorrect. Let's just finish this piece, and then I'm going to split this thing up, and I will be back in episode 45 to actually finish up the system. So that's going to be the first part of this system. Let me know what you think about how I'm going to do this. It's a pretty cool thing. I actually had it all set up on the test server, and it works really nice. But basically what it means is the burst system is only going to operate when it needs to fill one of these cells. Once the cell's full, it's going to move off of the charging area. So that should happen fairly Not very often, unless I'm doing something that just requires tons of energy and the cells are dry. Then it's going to be just pumping all kinds of energy in there. So let me know what you think so far about the system. It's pretty sweet, a little bit complicated, but really does the job, and it's actually pretty compact for what I'm doing. And as always, stay frosty, guys.